Time to bring in Curtis Ellis, one of our trade guys. Curtis, welcome to the show. Seems to me we've got a standoff, but I think the ball is in China's court. It's up to them to make the move. Am I right?
Absolutely. You're 100% right. President Trump is not backing down. He is defending the American people against China's cyber hacking, intellectual property theft, state-owned enterprises that are undermining free enterprise capitalism around the globe. They're dumping of products below market cost, which are destroying American companies, destroying American jobs. Their currency manipulation, and they're dumping of fentanyl, drugs, poisonous, deadly drugs into this country. China knows what every person does everywhere they go, but somehow they can't seem to locate these factories that are manufacturing poison that are killing our people. President Trump is the first president to stand up for the American people and do something about it. These tariffs are what brought China to the table after 30 years of happy talk and empty promises.
Now, the trade delegation arrived at the D.C. negotiating place today at 9:30. It was a cordial exchange as they walked in. But I'm told, Edward Lawrence is reporting, that their plane leaves at 4 o'clock this afternoon to take them back. So it's going to be a relatively short meeting. Are you expecting much to come out of it today?
No.
Nothing at all?
Nothing we're going to hear about, because Bob Lighthizer, our trade representative, has tighter lips than Bob Mueller and his team ever did.
Is it possible? I mean, China would have to back down substantially to get anything going here. The terms of that 150-page document, that was almost humiliating to Xi Jinping, wasn't it?
From what we hear, that there are certain people in the Politburo that didn't like it. The idea that you're going to change your laws and you're not going to subsidize your industries, you're not going to have a wholesale theft of property and intellectual property. Oh my gosh, that goes against everything the communists believe in, which is no private property. What's yours is mine. Well,
look, if President Trump does not back down from his hardline stand, and I don't think he will, I mean, he's not that kind of guy, this is going to drag on for a long time, isn't it?
That's right. And we're going to see continued booming American economy. Just like he said, if we have trade reform along with tax reform and regulatory reform, that makes America the best place on earth to do business. The only reason jobs left here is because companies were taking advantage of the subsidies they were getting and the cheap labor they were getting in China. Put on an equalizing tariff, it's no longer makes sense to do business in China. And if they're looking for cheap labor, they can go to Mexico, they can go to Honduras, give some of those people jobs so they don't come rushing our border.
But these tariffs, 25% on $200 billion worth of product, and maybe more still to come, that's up the president's sleeve, he can do that. That would hurt America's economy. I agree, not by much.
That's what they said on the 10%
tariffs. And it would hurt the farmers. It would hurt the farmers, and that's an important voting bloc.
You know, President Trump has said the government will buy the crops that China's not buying. It's not the tariffs that are hurting the farmers. It's China's retaliation, their recalcitrance, their inability and unwillingness to actually face up to what's going on here. And instead of dealing with their problems, they're retaliating, purposely targeting the farmers, thinking it's going to hurt President Trump politically. But the farmers understand they don't want to be under the thumb of the Chinese Communist Party with more than market influence over the agricultural economy in this country.
I think it's the most important financial story of the year, because
of the century.
It's the face-off. Maybe you're right. Look, it's the face-off of the two largest and most dynamic economies in the world.
Yeah.
Curtis, thanks very much for your coverage. We'll see you again soon. Thank you, sir. All right, two big stories today, of course. China trade talks continuing.